Okay, one of the things I want to show is this is my new helmet. It's Cena. I actually put, which I don't know if you can see, I got the, turn this on. Here I have the two cameras looking at each other. So, there we go. So that's just interesting that I can do this. I don't know how much of this will work. So we're doing a little bit of a test today, in which I'm putting on this helmet. So we'll try to see if this looks around my neighborhood. And I want to try to see what type of things I can do with this. So this will be a lot of testing. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Alright, then we just want to ride out of the area. Okay, one of the things I want to show in this is I forgot to add air to my tires.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Well, that's very loud. So if that's not supposed to be loud, that did not work. Alright, for the most part it's clear here. As you can see, I can see the drivers. Now my bike today is the heaviest I believe I've ever had it. Things that I have in my bike is I have my battery. I have two locks to lock the bike down. Both are, one's a heavy chain and the other is compact. I also was carrying my tools. So this bike probably weighs 125 pounds today. And because of that weight, I should be slightly more cautious today.
Turn left onto Beacon Hill Road.
I don't know if that's as loud to you as it is for me, but man, that's loud.
In a quarter mile, turn left. Try again later.
Do what? Try the quad again later? I guess I tried to start something that I shouldn't have been starting. All right. All right, so this is way too loud for me. So y'all can probably hear it too. When it gives instructions. What I was hoping would happen is that y'all would not be able to hear the instructions. But yeah, that definitely is not happening, I wouldn't think, because I can hear it really loud. think I'll take a couple more of these instruction things and then go home and see if I can figure out how to adjust these things so that they won't be quite as bad. With the GoPro on my helmet, it does give a lopsided heaviness to it that I don't particularly like. On the chest, I didn't feel like the GoPro actually causes me any concerns or restriction of motion or anything. But it definitely is on top of my head. I can feel the extra weight. Wonder if I can turn down the phone. Let me try that, see if that'll work. All right, so let's continue on. It's a nice day. The temperature is close to, I would say 78. I really don't know. As you can see, no cars are coming that I can spot, which hopefully y'all can see too, if I do this right. So this definitely is quieter. So the volume from the phone does adjust the volume. However, I can still hear it. So let's see if I can hear it, the sound on the GoPro. I suspect probably can, but we'll see. I don't know what these little sign things are. Okay, it wants me to turn here, so I will. Alright, the way this is set up is I don't want to be turning here, so let's do that. One of the interesting things I found out was that the other day, I hear people talk about all the time the Idaho stop when they don't come to a complete stop. And I figured that was just some type of saying that you just say, that's an Idaho stop. Meaning that people in Idaho don't stop at stop signs. At least that's the way I interpreted it. But it turned out I was wrong. There is actually a law for bicycles in Idaho where bicycles are to treat stop signs as yield signs and street lights as stop signs. So two states have adopted both of those rulings, and that is Idaho and Delaware. So it could be a Delaware stop too, but I've only heard it as an Idaho stop. Maybe because Idaho was first to do it. So that was a bit of a interesting turn of events when it turned out there was an actual law. And I said, oh, people are actually quoting a real law, not just making statements about how people drive in Idaho. And of course, I guess that is how they drive in Idaho, because that's the law. but oh, according to this, I should be going the other way. All right, so let's do a U-turn. We have a car coming, but it's pretty far behind me. I frequently turn the wrong direction on this because I keep thinking I'm one block further down. And I'm not, so I don't know why I keep thinking I am. Okay, so here we should be heading... Whoa, what was that? I don't know what that was. I didn't like it though. Okay, I think this is enough of a test for me to at least know what's going on. I think I'll head back. So y'all can see no track coming that way. Nothing coming from that way either. So I can show the clearness of it pretty easily. So they've been safe to go across right now. I just don't want to do that. AT&T fiber is coming soon. Cool. All right. It'll be a whole lot lighter now, but I should still be able to test out the vision of the second helmet because it can see things slightly different. So here I hear somebody cutting the grass. Got an interesting smell through here. Maybe it's the smell of grass cutting, but it smells a little different, like licorice or something. Okay, so I should turn left here. As we can see, no cars coming, so we go ahead and cross over. So hopefully the second helmet, his camera, is going to give us a look that we haven't been able to get before, which will be hopefully nice, but you know, I don't know. Should be different anyway. Had an interesting story happen with my dog the other day. My dog has always liked visiting people. He's 17 years old. He's a Shih Tzu, so he's very small dog, although he is the biggest dog in his litter. His litter was a bunch of dogs around 4 to 5 pounds. For some reason, he turned out to be a 12-pounder. so he's bigger than all of his siblings. But he's 17 years old now. He's the only one that's still alive out of his litter. And so normally he likes going somewhere. When I say, okay, let's go somewhere, he gets all excited and he runs out to the car and he wants to get in it. I got to pick him up and put him in the car, but he runs out to the car and is all prepared to be picked up. So I had done this a couple days ago and he got all excited, ran out to the car. And I went to the car and we went to go visit somebody who has a dog. So this dog is a little aggressive, and so my dog doesn't like him overly well because, you know, Shih Tzus are very, very calm dogs. So being around a excitable dog, even though this was just a miniature poodle, so it was a small dog, but it was a excitable dog. He jumped around and barks and does all sorts of things. So that's a lot of activity for him. But he still likes going there because the person there feeds him, gives him treats. So he wants to go there for the treats. And so I think he has a good time wandering around, exploring stuff like, you know, dogs normally do. So we got when it was time to come home, you know, he's all excited about getting back in the car because he likes going home just like he likes going there to start with. When he's done, he's ready to go home. When I ask him, you want to go home? He runs to the door. He's all excited about going home. So yesterday, I was going to go back over to the same person's house. So 2 days in a row. And so I told him, I said, all right, let's go. So he's following me, thinking he's not sure where we're going. He thinks we're just going to the kitchen and maybe there'll be food there. You know, I'm not sure what he's thinking, but he's all happily following me towards the kitchen. And then I tell him, hey, yeah, we're gonna go meet Bogey. And he stops in his tracks. He knows Bogey is the poodle that we just saw yesterday. And he's like 17 years old. So apparently the thought of going to visit this hyper dog 2 days in a row was too much for him, because he turned around and ran back to his bed and curled up in his bed. And I went back there and I said, you don't want to go see Bogey? Come on, let's go. And he wouldn't even budge. He didn't even look up at me. He just stayed curled up in his little ball in his bed. I said, okay, I'm going to leave you behind. You going to want that to happen? And he just stayed curled up. So I said, okay, I'm out of here. So I went to the car and opened up the garage door like I was going to leave. Then I said, okay, I will go back and see what he's doing now. So I come back into the house, and he's standing in the kitchen looking down the hallway towards the door to the garage. But he's not taking any steps towards me. And as soon as I took a step towards him, he turned around, ran back to the room, and went back to bed. He curled up in a little ball. I just got such a kick out of that. I said, okay, I guess you don't want to go. So off I went without him. I felt a little weird because visiting without him, he usually wants to come. But I decided, well, he's 17. He doesn't want two exciting days in a row. So one exciting day is enough a week. So I was wondering if he'd be mad. Sometimes he gets mad if I go and leave him at home. And he poops at the back door or something to show his displeasure for me. So I came home and checked the back door to see if there was any poop, and there wasn't. I said, oh, okay, so he wasn't mad, so he was happy to be left behind. I thought he might get mad because I left without him, even though he did want to go. I think he was hoping I would just stay home. So, but he didn't poop on, so I guess he was happy with that. So that was the first time in the history that he intentionally decided he did not want to go. That I'll just sleep right here, Dad. Just go on without me. Don't worry about me at all. I got it. I got this sleep thing nailed. So it was kind of cute. Okay, so the drive home has been fairly calm. Since I turned off the phone. I don't know how to make the phone do the reverse thing like I do with Garmin. With Garmin, I can say, okay, take me back home or the beginning of the route the same way I went. I can tell Garmin that. I don't know if I can tell the phone that. Maybe I can. I just haven't figured it out yet, if I can. I ain't even looked for it. Because I have the Garmin to tell me these things. Alright, so here we got another opportunity to use this thing where I can see. You can see it's clear that way, and now it's clear that way, so now I'm safe to cross. So hopefully everybody can see that and how that works. Now I'm not sure, this is going to be a little bit more trouble because now I have to worry about the batteries in two different devices. 3 if you count my helmet, because it also has a battery. and that battery in the helmet is what's telling me the directions, verbally telling me directions, where the Garmin is just showing me the directions. So we'll see if this ends up working out, or if it gets to be too complicated trying to keep two batteries working at all time. Now, I did bring 2 spare batteries at 100% with me on this trip, so I can change them both out at the same time when one of them goes out. So maybe it won't be too bad, but you know, we'll see. I don't know how all this stuff is going to work out, but I wanted to get at least a test to see what it's going to be like. So this is a very short test, but nevertheless a test. All right, see everybody next time. Bye.